We're good. Hey guys, it's Heidi from NYTBS, and I'm here with Lauren Oliver.
Hi.
And we are just going to talk a little bit today about some of your books and just some questions. So if we could start off, would you tell us a little bit about your newest, Liesl and Poe?
Yes, Liesl and Poe is a book for middle grade readers, although I think that anyone can read and enjoy it a little bit. It tells the story of a girl named Liesl who is, at the start of the book, locked in an attic by her evil stepmother. She befriends a ghost named Poe and Poe's ghost pet named Bundle, and they embark on a journey. Poe helps Liesl escape, and they embark on a journey, and on the way they come into possession of a box containing the greatest magic of the world, through a series of mix-ups and coincidences, and then they end up pursued by a whole cast of characters, and it's a big romp across the country, and all the storylines converge. And it's a lot of fun, but also a story kind of about restoring magic to a world that has gone gray and kind of colorless.
One of the things I loved about this book is that I love that there were the different storylines that kind of, you don't necessarily know how they're going to cross. Was it hard when you were writing it to keep track of those?
You know, it really wasn't. Liesl and Poe was actually quite a personal book to me. I read it in kind of a dark place in my life. I had just lost one of my best friends. And Liesl and Poe actually kind of was the only book I've ever written that kind of appeared whole in my head. And I was able to just write through relatively quickly compared to my other books. So, yeah.
Well, it's beautiful. I really did enjoy it. That was very fun. Okay, so now kind of looking at all three of your books, if you could trade places with any one of your characters for a day, which one would it be and why?
That's a good question. Definitely not anybody in Delirium.
It could be a good day too.
Yeah. Definitely not Juliet Sykes. Maybe Sam, so I could just, towards one of the end of her days, so I could get to kiss Ken.
Definitely, that's a great reason.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly.
All right, and what is one lesson that you think that you've learned through writing your books, or what's one thing that you've kind of learned through this experience or publishing or any of that?
Well, all of my books are basically about the same theme, and ultimately I think that even though they're all in different categories and for slightly different audiences, I think they all at their heart have the same story, which is a story of kind of finding finding joy through connection, and going from a place of disconnectedness and unhappiness to a place of, joy and love. And that is a lesson that I try to learn for myself again and again every day. That is the way to true happiness and the only way to be, to find joy in the world.
And this is kind of going to put you on the spot. I know you've been on tour, so you've been kind of busy and whatnot, but any books you've read recently that you would really highly recommend?
You know what, I'm reading purely mystery books right now. I'm reading some Stephen King, and I'm reading some, I'm like a huge fan of old armchair detective stories.
Yeah.
So I'm just plowing through a bunch of, for fun, easy, but like stories of, the man whose body was found in the alleyway in Paris. So that's what I'm reading.
Well, again, this is Heidi from NYTBS. Thanks so much for Lauren for doing this interview. And this is actually part one of 3-part interviews, and I will link to parts 2 and 3 at some of my friends' blogs at the end.